with you so we can get out of here by 5 for once.
I don't think my nervous system could withstand the shock of quitting at 5.
If you go into a coma, there's a doctor in the next room.
Your turn.
Clinic, Baker. Just a moment, please. Dr. Chegley?
Yes?
George P. Elliott from Business Affairs is calling about the audit report.
I may have to prepare reports for him, but I do not have to talk to him.
He says it's urgent, Doctor.
Urgency is relative, Mrs. Baker. What is urgent to business affairs is not urgent to medicine.
Yes, Doctor. Doctor will call you back, Mr. Elliott. Thank you. You're forgetting. No nibbling in between meals. Not if you're serious about that diet. You've got to have willpower.
I do. I just don't let it get the best of me.
You're the one who says you're putting on weight, not me.
Include these figures in the audit report, Baker. We wouldn't want Mr. George P. Idiot of Business Affairs to think that we used one more gauze pad than was absolutely necessary in this clinic. Let's post a sign on the wall. Notice to all patients, from now on, gauze pads will be used only in major abdominal surgery.
And send 2 carbons to Mr. Elliott.
No. Carbon paper costs money, too. And all Mr. George P. Idiot thinks of...
Elliott.
Idiot thinks of is profit. Right, Yarby?
Well,
That's what the P in his name stands for. Right, Yarby?
well,
I can tell you right now what he's going to die of. Hardening of the money belt. Right, Yarby?
he's only doing his job.
When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it.
I had to answer him. I'll never learn.
It takes more than the almighty dollar to practice the healer's art. It takes compassion, tenderness, and understanding. But Mr. George P. Idiot wouldn't know about those things. They gave him a heart transplant and replaced it with a piggy bank.
Hi, everybody.
What do you want, nobody?
Never mind.
Eddie, is there something Doctor can do for you?
From his tone, I think I'll be healthier staying sick.
Now, you misread Doctor. He's in a tender, understanding mood. You left out compassion.
Okay, you two. Now, just reserve the needles for the patients. Now, you come on with me, and I'll take a look. What seems to be bothering you, old boy?
I kind of got a little twinge right here.
Ah. How long have you had it?
I just got it coming down the hall.
Oh, you just got it.
Right.
A little twinge.
Right.
And you thought because you were so close to the clinic, and of course our services don't cost you a cent, that you just come in and we'd take a look at it, and after all, what are we here for?
Right.
Wrong! If you did have a twinge there, you wouldn't be able to feel it. It would be numb from sitting around on it all day.
You left out compassion?
I know why you came here, to leer at Nurse Yarby, in which case you don't need me. You need an eye specialist.
I resent that remark.
I resent that malingering medical freeloader.
I'm not that hard to look at. I can even name you a few lookers who case the action when I walk out of here every night.
Well, I regret that I'll have to deprive them of their myopic pleasures tonight. Business Affairs wants that audit report first thing in the morning, so you'll have to work tonight until it's finished. You too, Baker.
You see something? Yeah. What? My mother. Oh.
Corey,
Yes, ma'am.
you'll be eating with us and staying here tonight. Your mother's working late.
Okay.
We'll be eating soon, boys. You better start to get cleaned up.
We can't because we're playing life raft. We're in the middle of the ocean and there's no food. We can't eat or drink or wash our necks unless we get rescued. And there's not a plane or ship in sight.
I see. Well, there's no point in my telling you what we're having for dinner. Big, double, thick, juicy hamburgers with lots of pickles. A big bowl of golden brown French fries with ketchup. all over them. And for dessert, vanilla ice cream, smothered in real gooey chocolate syrup. But like you said, you can't eat till you're rescued.
Take another look.
Okay.
Hey, there's a big old steamer heading for us. Must have showed up while your mother was talking. We can eat now. Yeah, let's go wash our nap.
Let's eat up, boys. When I'm through with you, Earl's father comes to bat while a baby warms up in the playpen. Last minute change in the batting order.
Why don't we help your mother and make our own school lunch? You're a guest. I'll make it for you. Okay. You like sardine sandwiches? Yeah, except sardines stink up the lunchbox. How about if we put some chocolate syrup on it? Okay. Boy, you sure got a lot of stuff in there. You're a guest, so you can have anything you want.
Good morning. Where is everybody? Corey? Marie?
Hi, Mom.
Good morning. Don't I get a kiss?
Not from me. Me neither. Me and Earl J. Wagadorn are helping Earl J. Wagadorn's mother in the kitchen.
Well, aren't you good boys?
This is Baby Wagadorn's 4th bottle this morning, and his 5th diaper.
I'd give you a hand, but I worked till 11 last night, and I overslept.
So Baby was up till 12. I underslept.
Well, tonight I'll be home early, so Earl and Baby will be our guests for dinner.
Oh, boy! Hot dog!
Mind if I send Leonard up too?
Anytime, if you'd just give me some coffee.
Anytime.
Oh, it's you, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry to show up unexpectedly like this. I've only been doing it for 106 years.
The, sudden slamming of the door, it startled me.
Next time, leave a window open. I'll crawl in. Tell Yarby to stop whatever she's doing and bring me the final course sheets on the audit report. I gave them to her to put in the files last night.
Oh, why bother Hannah, Doctor? I'll get them for you.
Now, don't tell me that she isn't here yet.
Oh, she's been here this morning long before me, hard at work. She just stepped down the hall. Good morning, all. I better answer the phone?
It didn't ring.
Well, why wait till the last minute?
Sorry I'm late, but I had a little car problem. Like people, when they get old, it's harder to get started in the morning. Had to take a bus.
Well, I sympathize. However, there is a new social innovation called a cab, which is quicker than a bus.
There is also a new social innovation called a raise, which enables one to afford cabs.
Stick to buses.
Clinic Baker. Oh, just a moment, please. It's George P. You-know-who. In business, you-know-what.
Good morning, idiot. Elliot? Oh, yes, the audit report's all ready for you. The gross expenditure figure? Hold on, I've got that right here. Yarby, get me the audit total sheet from the file. Yes, just one moment, Elliot. Now, come on, what's the delay? I gave you that expenditure sheet last night.
I'm looking, Doctor.
What? Don't just sit there, Baker. Go and help her. Yes, just 1 minute, Elliot. I have it right here at my fingertips. Will you find that sheet, please?
He doesn't seem to be here, Doctor.
It's probably right under your nose. What's that? Of course I can find the sheet. I happen to have a very efficient organization, and Listen, I said the report was ready, didn't I? Yes, you can have it in an hour. Well, thank you for making me appear like an idiot before that idiot.
Morton, I honestly don't remember seeing that expenditure sheet.
Of course not. You've got too many other things on your mind.
That's not true. It also isn't fair, Doctor. Nurse Yarby is a diligent and dedicated woman. You're lucky to have her working for you.
Thank you, and I second that motion and return that compliment.
In spite of your mutual admiration society, there will be no more coming to work late. There will be no more careless office work. I refuse to let you take advantage of my good nature.
Good nature? Yeah. He's about as good-natured as Attila the Hun.
Sorry to bother you at work, Julia, but I just wanted to call and tell you that everything's all right and you shouldn't worry.
Okay, I won't. Worry about what?
That Corey and Earl were sent home from school sick.
What? I'll be right there.
You just said you wouldn't worry.
Well, that's before I knew what I wasn't supposed to worry about.
Honestly, they're fine. Just upset stomachs. Probably something they ate at lunch.
Are you sure?
No temperature, nothing. Wouldn't even have called, but I didn't want you to get it from any horse's mouth but mine.
You're a dear. I appreciate it.
Gotta run now. I'm just turning into the stretch in the diaper derby. Bye.
You feeling okay? Yeah. You? Yeah. Wonder how come we got those stomach aches. Couldn't have been nothing we ate. Nothing wrong with sardine and chocolate strip sandwiches. The pickled peppers and bologna couldn't hurt us. Neither could the can of chili and beans. Hey, I bet I know what made us sick. What? That sour lollipop that kid gave us. The lollipop was okay, but the stick was bad.
Clinic, Yarby. Oh, yes, Mr. Murray. What's the verdict on my car? Will it live, or do we give it a military funeral?
Yarby, will you get me that file?
Uh-huh, I see. What would that amount to? I'll have to take your word. I wouldn't know my carburetor from my generator.
Oh, is there something I can do for Doctor?
I'm asking for Yarby.
Oh, well, find out what it will cost and call me back. Thank you. Is there something you wanted, Dr. Checkley?
Yes, you can put your dialing finger in traction and do some work for us.
That's the only personal call I've had all day. And if you can't speak to me in a more civil manner, I'd rather you didn't speak to me at all.
Well, listen, will you get me that file on...
We're not speaking.
Baker,
Yes, Doctor.
tell her to get me that file on heart patients.
Really? You too?
Tell her.
Nurse, Doctor would like the file on heart patients.
Tell him I'll look it up.
She says she'll look it up.
Tell her I want it now.
He wants it now, please.
I did not say please.
Cancel the please.
Tell her I'm waiting.
He's waiting.
I'm looking.
She's looking.
Tell her she probably lost it, like that gross expenditure file due to her inept filing.
He says you probably lost it.
That one I'll answer direct. Dr. Chegley, I don't know what happened to that expenditure sheet, but I do know I try very hard around here. And if that isn't enough, you can get someone else.
Now, Hannah.
Now, don't tempt me, Yarby. It would be so refreshing to have some efficiency around here from time to time.
Now, Doctor.
Is that so? Well, if that's the way you want it, I resign.
Hannah, please.
I will not accept your resignation.
That's it, Dr. Chegley.
You keep out of this, Baker.
Don't you bark at her like that.
If you insist on going, you're fired.
Doctor.
Thank you. I'd rather be fired. That way I get 4 weeks severance pay.
I accept your resignation. Baker, get your pad and pencil and come into my office.
Goodbye. And I'm delighted to be going.
Hannah.
I'll phone you later at home, Julia. I'd call you here, but I wouldn't want you to risk your job for taking a personal call.
Really, Dr. Chegley, you know you'd be lost without Hannah.
She's the one that brought up about leaving, not me. You take a memo to personnel. As of this date, Nurse Hannah Yarby no longer works for this clinic. And as she resigned, underlined and in caps, she is entitled to no severance pay. Sign, etc., etc. Send it right out.
Do you want me to read it back to you?
That won't be necessary.
Well, I wouldn't want to make a mistake. Dear Nurse Yarby, I apologize for being such a stubborn man. Please forget the whole ridiculous incident and come back to work immediately. I'll type it up so you can sign it.
You type up what I dictated.
You can't let her go. She has been with you so long.
Too long. She never even saw that lost expenditure sheet. And it was right here on my desk last night. I distinctly remember picking it up last night, and I said to her... I said to her,
You mean it's been on your desk all the time?
So it has.
You had to accuse her of losing it and start a whole battle.
I don't care to discuss it. The battle's over.
Oh, on the contrary, Doctor. You've just opened up a second front.
Please, I have a terrible headache.
To run a clinic, you need compassion for the health as well as for the patients, Doctor.
Please, my head.
The conditions we work under around here, the hours we put in, don't exactly make this place a summer resort, you know.
You don't like the working conditions. Go on strike. Carry a picket sign. But please, don't yell at me.
I only came back to change my clothes and to call a cab, which I can now afford, thanks to unemployment compensation.
Before you go again, I believe Dr. Chegley has something to say to you.
What?
Haven't you, Dr. Chegley?
I've changed my mind about accepting your resignation. You're still working here.
I hate to see a grown man beg that way.
You left out the word apologize.
All right, then. I apologize. Now, are you both happy?
Not quite. Before I agree to come back to work in this sterilized slave shop, there'll have to be a few changes.
Oh, will there?
I'm with her. There'll be better hours, less dictatorship, and more courtesy shown to employees.
Is that so?
Either that or we go on strike. Carry picket signs.
And one more thing. We're going to start taking coffee breaks outside the office.
Not on my time, you won't.
Oh, we wouldn't think of doing that. We'll take them on our time.
And it is our time.
Why didn't I become a psychiatrist? Other people have the problems.
And with his shot. I won't tell him you told me about the expenditure sheet being on his desk all the time. I'll save it for the next time he gets online.
Oh.
And I'll sock it to him.
Right.
Morton Chegley.
You don't have the only union, you know.
He made me do it. To walk off that hip twinge.
Now I've seen everything.
Oh, no, you haven't.